Okay, so you're with a woman who is fantastic, except for that one thing. Maybe she's overweight, maybe she's bad with money, or maybe she's got an anger problem. Whatever it is, you're thinking that she would be perfect if she could just change that one thing. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to actually help your woman to make lasting change without turning you into a jerk. How's it going? Ed Baxter here from Genuine Attraction, where we teach men how to get out of their own heads so they can get into her heart and attract their perfect partner. So if you're new here and you enjoy what you're learning, consider subscribing. And hey, at any point during the video, check out the links in the description below. So let's get started. Let go of being in love with her potential. If you're holding back being truly present in loving her because she needs to fix something, realize that she's going to feel that. She's going to feel hurt and she's going to close down to you. You must be able to fully accept her from where she is at. If you aren't there yet, or if you just cannot, just realize that this process is going to backfire. If you want her to lose weight and you're fantasizing and thirsting for that slender figure, this is going to make the process much harder. I must say again, you have to let go of her potential and be willing to accept where she is at right now and love her for who she is right now. If you can't do that, then when you start implementing these powerful steps, she's going to feel that her change is for you and not for her, and she's going to shut down and resist and resent you. Even if she does change, all that hard work you put in, all that effort for her will turn into massive resentment. This will hurt your relationship more than if you never even started. But if you're willing to move forward, and if you believe she's a strong woman capable of change, if the change is for her and not just for you, and that you know that she can find the motivation and true value in herself, then here we go. What level of change can you be happy with? Think about it. What is the minimum amount of change that you can be satisfied with? What is the minimum amount of change that you can totally get behind? Because I can tell you right now, if there is an ideal that you're going towards, you'll need to let it go. She's not going to get to the end of your idealism. She's going to most likely make some change, but there's a really good chance that she won't go as far as you would like. So if you're a clean person and she's a slob, just remember that she will most likely not value cleanliness like you do in the end. So you have to decide what a happy medium is. She may get better at cleaning, but you'll also have to get more tolerant of messiness. So again, what kind of change can you be happy with? What kind of change will she have to demonstrate for you to accept that it's a win? You're going to have to embody the change yourself first. You see, nobody likes a hypocrite. And I can tell you from experience that the first thing she's going to say if you start asking her to change is, well, you're not doing it. And then you'll have lost the battle before you even started. You see, the feminine desires to be led. There's something in the feminine psyche that looks for leadership and to be inspired to follow. So if you want her to make a change in her life, you're going to have to go first. Leading literally means to go first, and you'll need to embody whatever change you want to see in her first. If it means you'd like to see her eat more healthy than she is, you're going to have to be able to learn to eat better in spite of her eating terribly in front of you every day. Can you be stronger than her sabotaging you and your desire to eat better? You'll have to be willing to go it alone at first. You may have to go to the gym alone. You may have to go make a budget first. You may have to organize and clean the house first. This is true even for couples who both have the same problem and they wish to do it together. If you aren't solid in your change, she will test your leadership and not only sabotage you, but resent you when you allow her to. If you sabotage her when she gets inspired to make the change will all fall apart, or she'll start to hold you in quiet contempt and lose respect for making her lead the change. She doesn't want to be your mommy. Don't let that happen to you, because once she loses respect, it's really hard to earn it back and it's going to affect your sexual relationship. But if you can do this, this will also increase your attractive value in her eyes because you are growing and becoming more than you are. But it can also be a threat to her to see her man potentially growing past her and create the insecurity of you outgrowing and leaving her. If that's the case, you'll have to reassure her, but keep moving forward. So again, can you embody the change in spite of her lack of desire, sabotage, and resistance? Can you do it with love and support and willing to lead her in a loving way? If so, then let's move on. She needs to believe in the why. The feminine does not grow through challenge. Men do. So if you start saying things like, hey, you need to do something with your weight, or why are you spending so much money, she's going to feel completely stupid and unaccepted for the way she is. Remember point number 2, let go of being in love with her potential? That's what's at play here. If you want her to really change, you'll have to address it in 2 ways. The first is through inspiration. I would love to get in better shape and I'd love for you to join me. This presents an opportunity for connection as well as making the change. The why needs to be extremely powerful. It doesn't always have to be a positive why. It could be something like, baby, I love you. Let's learn together how to clean up our diets. You know, your father had a heart attack and a triple bypass at 35. I want to have you around for a long time and for you to see our children grow up, graduate, get married, and have grandbabies. And they need you as well. You see, that's very powerful. That's a whole lot better than cleaning up her diet just to be sexy for you. Or maybe the positive why is saving for our new house. So you got to get your finances in line, get out of bankruptcy, or saving for your children's college, or retiring early. Or you can frame it in the negative. If we don't control our spending, our sons will never go to college. We'll stay in this crime-ridden neighborhood, and we may even get robbed or attacked. Whatever it is, it needs to be a very powerful why. The why must be more powerful than the temptation to not do what needs to be done. It needs to be a why that has a powerful benefit and a clear way to win. If you don't have a powerful why, then you risk rebellion. What does that mean? It means that she will blame you for not accepting her the way she is and close off to you emotionally. She will feel hurt and not accepted by you, that she is intrinsically broken and won't measure up to your standards. Then you'll have to do a shit ton of work to get her to open up to you again, if she ever does. This is why it's so hard to even approach the subject for most men. So make sure your why is important to the both of you and isn't flippant and selfish on your part. It needs to be something that benefits her powerfully and in a positive way. Once the rebellion starts, it's hard to put an end to it and it can lead to other problems. She may start hiding her spending. She might sneak a snack, or she'll hide her cigarettes. At this point, it's going to be really hard to open up the subject again. You'll have to let it go without judgment to the best of your ability for a while and try again with a different why, a better why at a different time. You're going to have to re-inspire her all over again. Because the only other alternative is to just leave her if it's too much to handle. And while this threat might work in the short term, she's doing it for you and not for herself. She will resent you if you cannot give her the love and acceptance that she's looking to get from you. When things aren't going well between the two of you, she'll relapse and you'll both fall into a huge mountain of resentment. You'll be angry that she fell back into it and so will she, but she'll also feel that you'll only love her if she can maintain it. But some problems are so extreme that you'll have to threaten to leave, and I leave deciding those up to you. You have to be willing to lead the change. Now after all that, if you're still hell-bent on trying to get another human being to change, just realize that you'll need to lead the change. You'll need to make the diet plan. You'll need to clean out the fridge. You'll need to join the gym first. You'll need to facilitate a workout schedule that works for the both of you first. With her help, of course. You don't want to be domineering. You'll need to say, okay, let's sit down and make this plan together. And when you follow the plan and she does not, she's going to feel it and not in a good way. But this is actually good because this will help motivate her to follow you. You'll be the strong one. You'll be the one embodying the change, and she'll get a little insecure about it and she'll start to move forward with you, leading the way. You got to be prepared for her to not be a self-starter. Again, you must fully embrace the change, but also inspire her to go with you. Make the budget with her and make a simple plan she can follow. Help to troubleshoot her sticking points. Track the money and say, we spent $250 on groceries. Let's try doing the online checkout and pick up at the store so we won't be tempted to impulse buy. You may be surprised to find that you spend half as much. If you're telling her just buy what's on the list when she walks into the store, or expect her to go into your bank account, make a budget, and then start tracking it on her own, you're living in a dream world. It's not going to happen. If she could do it herself, she already would have. You have to be the one to catalyze a different way of thinking. If you think that by saying, hey, can you do the dishes more often, is going to do anything, you're foolish. You need to come up with a cleaning schedule and a list of responsibilities, and you'll have to be the one to remind the family that Saturday morning is cleaning day. So don't make any plans. You'll have to be the one to initiate making a family chores list and ensure that it's being tracked, at least in the beginning. Nobody likes change, and change for the better is usually very tough. You're going to get resistance, and you'll have to be the champion. Don't let a resistance get you down or piss you off. If change is hard for you, imagine how hard it is going to be when you're dragging everyone along with you. So again, it's up to you to lead the change. You'll have to organize making the plan, designing the system, and do the self-starting for the both of you in the beginning. At some point, she will have to take up the torch herself, and you will have to tell her this, because if she doesn't and it falls apart for her, it's going to create a mountain of resentment for you. You will be very disappointed. So be certain that you really want to take this path. And my last point is this. Really, it's better just to find a good match for you. You probably don't need me to tell you this, as it's kind of obvious, but it's better to just find a woman with whom you are already satisfied with, that matches you well and the way you like to live your life. If you're a clean person, you should probably marry someone who values cleanliness. If you're good with money, don't merge your accounts with a spender. And if you find thin and fit women sexy, don't hide that and pretend that you don't. And date overweight women. Trust me when I say that she can feel your eyes lusting after that beauty in the coffee shop and not her. This will hurt her and create sadness in being reminded that she's not what you really want. Remember point number 1? It won't matter to the contrary of what you say. She'll never believe you. She'll notice the way you look at her when she eats that slice of cake, or that frustrated sigh when you see yet another Amazon package come to the door and you know that it's draining your account. If you see it as a problem, there's a very good chance that she sees it as a problem as well, and she'll be very sensitive to it. So again, on this issue, you only have 3 choices. You can say fuck it and accept that this is the way it's going to be for the rest of your life, or you can go through the hard process of facilitating change like I described here, or you're going to have to leave her and find someone who matches you well. We get into more of the specifics of how to facilitate personal change in my group coaching program. If this sounds interesting to you, click the link below and schedule a call with me. It's free. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember, stay unapologetically you. Nope, that's weird. Temptation do not.